Okay, so instead of doing, I'm trying out something different slightly, where I do expeditions all the way up until the seventh one, just to let you guys see whether or not I pass the seventh one. If you want to watch the full expedition, you can come to my stream, where you know, twitch.tv/marshmallowruffian.com. I stream Tuesday through Fridays now. I had to stop streaming Mondays just because I'm getting a job. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, Tuesday through Friday. Uh, Time is between 8 to like 1. Sometimes I stream a little bit later, like 9, 10, 11 to like 1, but I never go past 1. Okay, so I've been playing a Teemo Thresh deck. Thresh is literally useless in this deck usually. Sometimes he becomes like a really weird win con. But typically he's pretty useless. This deck is scary. It's a pure Noxus deck, and I don't know which ones are. It's probably. I'm hoping it's Vlad and Swain with a. I mean, well, I kind of actually hope it was a Darius. I don't know actually. Fuck. We'll play the Cloud of Wumps. We're just gonna play our curve. We're probably gonna play Patrol Wardens depending on who he plays. Like, yeah, we're gonna play Patrol Wardens now. Because playing the Puffcat Pellet right now doesn't really matter too much. Yeah. Okay. We want to start playing the elusive so we can get some chip damage in. Chip damage is pretty important. We actually have removal now. I haven't had removal in this deck the entire time until this exact moment, so. Okay. Uh, I'm hesitant to turn up my music, just because two of my videos have been taken down because of it. And I'm like, I have like fucking max like 20 views per video, and it's like, fuck you. I'm like, okay, and thanks you too. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Fuck. Makes me sad. Alright, we killed the Vlad instantly. Do no hesitation whatsoever here. Killing him is extremely important. We don't block. We don't block that one, but we'll block the next one that he does. Because we will have the Chief Mechanist Zevi now. Okay. So this goes into here, this will go into here, and this one go into there. We pass, draw. Ouch. Okay. This entire turn will depend on what I draw. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, we'll play this. Can't play the other one, sadly. But it doesn't matter because we probably don't have time to play the other one anyway. This will go here. This will go here. This will kill this one. This one will go here. This one will go here. I'm alive with 2. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna win this one, sadly. No, I'm dead. So let's just put some puff caps in him. I was even gonna draw a Teemo. I feel like I needed Teemo early in order to win this game. Oh well. I tried playing a Vlad deck actually in the first part of this trial, because this is my second trial run. And I ended up getting 1 win. It was a Vlad Vi deck, I think. Vlad Vi Garen was what it ended up being, and it wasn't. It didn't go anywhere. Sadly, it lost. Okay. And while we're here, we might as well go over the nerfs. I have them pulled up on the side right now. Let me just cards and what I think is going to happen with them. So for Vlad, okay. Sorry about that. I was just grabbing some food. So for Vlad, he's getting changed to where he's gonna get a drain. So instead of just dealing damage to the opponent, he's also healing your Nexus. I think it's fucking insane. Like honestly, I think that's gonna be fucking insane. Like really, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna make Vlad decks actually possible. Just because it'll make him kind of like a pseudo control deck too. It's like burn and stuff like that, which also is getting like a pretty huge nerf. Okay, well, pretty huge. It's a lie. But they haven't. So they've nerfed Karma, but they haven't changed the text for Vlad yet, I guess. Oh no, they have. It's just his evolved form that does that. Okay. Yeah, it's still really good. Karma got nerfed, but I think this doesn't really matter. You're not playing. Usually not playing Karma on 5 unless you have. You usually play her on turn 6 if you have like a deny on the back. Otherwise, you're literally just saving her until 10, and then you're just playing Karma after Karma after Karma until you can get one to stick, and then that's how you kind of win the game. So that really doesn't matter in the slightest, in my opinion. Show unknown. I don't think I have any Shens, so yeah. Shen got an increase by 1 attack. I don't think it's gonna matter too much, honestly. He's too slow to actually be worth anything, and his ability isn't even that great either. Like if he was like, say costed less or required less barriers, then it'd probably be better. But I mean, just giving an ally +3/+0 this round, essentially just the spell. Like yeah, it has like the value of free spell every turn, but it requires him to attack, and I don't know. It's just not that mean. It's not like WoW. For this one, I don't know. Because Vi is still really fucking good. But her being lower to 4 health actually really hurts. Because there's a lot of breakpoints in certain matchups where enemies will have 5 health and you're going to run a full health Vi into it and she'll live. And she'll then become really hard to deal with. But being at 4 health, those breakpoints, she just dies now. And so it's it's really difficult. But I mean, if you can get her to this, like she's fine. Like if she evolves, she's good. She's still good. It's just keeping it here. She's, I think she'll still be used as like a tempo removal like threat, or it's like you need to deal with this, otherwise you know you're gonna get fucked. Um, Hecarim got increased to his damage by 1. Be real with you, I don't think it matters. Like, I honestly would have had a rather an increase in health or give him like a trait or something, like toughness or quick attack or just something that makes him more have higher survivability. Like require them to have to use spells. Like it's a 6-mana champion. You kind of want him to be either really fucking insane or be able to survive. Like Sejuani, really good synergy with like Teemo decks and shit. Lux works really well with um fucking Karma decks. The reason why she's good, even when she doesn't have a really good like trait, like she's barrier around you player, but that's not amazing. But sometimes it actually helps out a lot because a lot of decks don't have just kill that target. So if you can then play Lux and then into the next turn playing this the 8 mana and you can't die, can't take damage card, great. You know your Lux is safe forever, and plus Lux is never really attacking until you get that honor in the Karma Lux deck. You're kind of just keeping her there, playing spells and using Final Spark, so she's even harder to kill. Whereas Hecarim has to attack, right? Lee Sin has Barrier and Challenger pretty much every turn, as well as once he levels up, the people that he's attacking don't even get to hit him. So it's just like it's really difficult because he requires a lot more setup than those kinds of champions, which just sounds really weird because you just play him, he attacks, it's great. But if you're not getting value out of like the whole board itself and just getting value out of the tutus early on, it's like not worth it whatsoever. As well as even later on when they're 5/2s, it's like okay, cool. I'm just gonna kill your Hecarim. So you really want to get like a board of Ethereals plus Hecarim and attack and make it worth it. It's also one of the reasons why Darius doesn't see too much play, just because he's at 6/5 overwhelm for 6 mana. It's like that's not good. And to Darius, it's like 10/5. Yeah, sure, that is threatening, but it's just not worth it. Let's see what else they do. Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite changes. So we'll talk about my favorite change in a second, but they buffed Greathorn Scout, the Greathorn Companion, which I think is really good because they did nerf other Scout mechanics. Simply being the Grizzled Ranger. I think this will still see play because it's still good. 4 mana 3/1 that summons a 3/4 when it dies. That has Scout too, so it can attack twice. It's really really fucking good. But it was absolutely. I'm so glad they nerfed both of these because sweet Jesus. In some expedition games, I literally lose to like 2 of these. They'll turn this turn 4, turn 5, turn 6 into like a Grizzled Ranger. And it's like, God. I guess I just die. This doesn't matter. This is still a shit card. It's still a bad card. Like, yes, you're getting value, but you're only getting 1 usually. Usually getting 1. Unless you're purposely playing this card to try and hit like frostbitten units or something like that. Like you're building around traits like this where you're trying to hit and get multiple procs off of these strike chances, then yes, sure. But I mean, otherwise you're not really. Also, we already saw this nerf, but I'll show it to you again as the card itself. Fuck, I don't know how to type. Lower badge per got decreased by to 3/4 instead of a 4/4. So in games like Hearthstone, a 3 mana 4/4 is like pretty common. No, however, that in the beginning, it was like 3 mana 3/4s were insane. So I think it's good to like slow down power creep early rather than just going immediately to like something big. Standalone getting increased by mana cost is actually pretty big too. Is it really that big? I actually don't think it's too big. So here's what happens. So turn 3, you usually, if you had standalone like say Fiora or Zed or whatever you're running in like your mid-range Bannerman or like OTK elusives, you would normally just Fiora turn 3 as well as standalone because you passed your first 2 turns, making a 6/6 Fiora challenger on the board saying, hey, you have to deal with this, and if you can deal with this, I'm probably gonna lose. But if you can't deal with this, you're gonna get killed. Sorry. And that's rough. It's honestly really fucking rough. But now you can't do that. You can wait until turn 4, and if you do it on turn 4, you can do it. Because you can turn 4 3 mana Fiora into 4 mana standalone, and it still works. However, that may, I don't know too much. Cause let's see. So against Shadow Isles decks that run like the kill spell, the 7 mana kill spell, this is absolutely horrible because they have this is their breakpoint. On turn 4, they can kill your 6/6. Turn 4, they can kill your 6/6 with just like a single card. So you're down 2 cards, as well as one of them being your champion. So it's really rough. But I think it gives chances to other decks still. Like it definitely helps out like some of the high rolly oppressiveness that this card was able to kind of function with. Now we're getting to like some of the burn nerfs. So Legion Rearguard goes down to 1 HP. I think this is fair. I think they should have either taken the can't block tag out of it then, or they should have given it +1 attack then. But because I think this card actually isn't good anymore. Because it was essentially a 1 mana 2/2, but now it's a actually no, it was a 1 mana 3/2, which is insane. Like sure it can't block, but that's not the point of the card. But now it's a 1 mana 3/1, which it's still okay I guess. I don't know. It gets fucked a lot more by like the 2 mana drain 1, summon a 1/1 in a lot of more different ways. Like there's a lot of like cards that like can fuck it over, whereas it used to be a lot of the 1/2s and like 1/3s and like 1/1s could not fucking handle it and would just die. So I think this really hurts this card a lot and really hurts Burn a lot because it's much harder to establish what little board presence you can very early on, which you need as a Burn to try and get that little bit extra damage in before you just start switching to pure raw damage. This hurts. I'll be real with this. This is probably I think the most impactful change they did to Burn though. It's it's rough. It is fucking rough what they have done to this card. Like losing that HP. There's so many breakpoints now that just fuck this card over. Whereas you usually get 2 procs of it. Now you're not. You're almost guaranteed getting 2 procs of it. Now you're not guaranteed to get 2 procs of it. You're lucky if you get 2 procs of it. And now here's the like I'd say more. Let's see. Actually, yeah. Chrono Control got nerfed slightly. Any deck that runs this got nerfed slightly. This got increased back to 5 mana. I think we'll still run it though. I think it's still a card that we would run. Like turn 3. Summon 3/2/1s. Isn't bad. I'm actually I fuck with it still. Okay. Karma Control also got nerfed another way besides just Karma, which is Deep Meditation. Got increased to 5 mana. Which is rough. It's rough. But I mean, a 3 mana draw too, still pretty good. I think they're still gonna run it just because it's a really good card. 3 mana draw 2 specific cards is really good. This getting increased to a 3/3. I think it's whatever. I don't think I don't think the attack is like what was holding this card back. I just think it's okay. Like it's not a bad card, but it's not like a card that you're like fucking jaw dropped over. That's whatever. A couple of interesting changes though. And I think these are my 3 favorite changes. Being Longtooth's getting an extra health. That's cute. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Monkey Idol. Also getting an extra health. So instead of just 3 mana, deal 2 to the opponent's Nexus, you're guaranteed it to be a 3 mana, deal 3 to the opponent's Nexus, as well as, you know, you have 3 2/1s of Imperial that will, you know, force your opponent to block in some way, potentially very badly, or they'll just ignore it and take an extra 2 damage each time. So I think this card actually became pretty good. Then Slotbot. I don't know. I don't know. Like, if you see a Slotbot just on the ground when it was a 0/3, you just kill it instantly. You don't even give it a fucking shot. Because it can snowball really quickly in a lot of different decks. And so it's like, fuck. But you know, it's not that easy to kill anymore. It's a 1/4. Honestly, if it was a 0/5, I think it'd be busted. I think you'd see so many Slotbot decks out there. But since it's a 1/4, I don't know. Because your goal is right. This is the win con of your deck. As weird as that sounds, or it doesn't sound weird, because I think it is just a win con of your deck. You play it, and then you draw a whole bunch of cards. So like you play it like really late into the game, and then you just use all your draw spells at once. Next round, you have a really fucking big minion. That's really hard to deal with for most decks, unless you're Shadow Isles. Or like a Frostbite deck. Or an Elusive Burn deck, you know? There's a lot of things that can get around the big minions, it's just it can get really big really fast. And that's why it's a little scary. I'm really sad they didn't nerf this card because I fucking hate it. I fucking hate this card. That's all I can say. I hate how like my interactivity is just stripped away from me, and it makes me really fucking sad. But yeah, okay. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy watching me lose, and then enjoyed my opinions on the nerfs and buffs. Until the next one, peace.